The definition of commercialized sport is the aspect of the sport enterprise that involves the sale, display, or use of sport, or some aspect of sport so as to produce income. Some experts prefer the term commodification of sport as a label for the same process. Interest in the commercialization of a sport has existed for several decades, but only in recent years has the topic been taken serious on a larger scale. For sports, the commercialized part of it occurs because their companies want to get their names out there so people will buy their stuff. So they want to be with a team that doesn't lose all the time and is well known. For example, the equipment or jerseys of the players, when the people see how flashy the jerseys are, then that leads to the people wanting them if the team is winning, or some kid wanting to be like a professional athlete and getting the same apparel as them because they want to be just like them. You hear kids talk about the brand of jerseys they want or the brand of equipment they got. Commercialization has given the opportunity to fulfill their dreams because if there were no sponsors, some people might not be able to afford the equipment they need for the sports. You see students dropping out of college just to go to a professional sport because becoming a professional athlete and making a lot of money maybe sounds better than furthering their education. Media is a big thing for commercialized sports. There can be people that haven't seen a professional basketball player and still have the shirt from the team because of the advertisement. A downfall of commercialization is that it is too much advertising. For example, for race cars, sometimes you can't tell the color of the car because there's so many sponsors. Sometimes the advertising gets a little too much. There isn't as prominent as issues for athletes because there can only be so much on the jerseys legally. But that does not account for everything else that the team has included: towels, water bottles, fields, courts, and much more. It's nice to see who sponsors a team just in case you want to buy the product, but there should be a limit as to how much it is. All the different equipment and apparel and companies try to get their best endorsement to the professional athletes because they want them to wear their jerseys or warm-ups so people will see what the team is wearing and will want the same thing. Commercialization also goes for designing the fanciest uniforms so there's competition between the team's jerseys. The companies fight every day to get on top of the list for the best brand and best design. The better the jerseys look, the more teams that will want to wear it, and the more teams wearing it means the more fans that will be the same thing.
You know, you've almost got a better chance getting hit by a meteor than you do becoming a college athlete. There are so many kids who have that dream and so many parents who have the dream for their children that the amount of spending on this is really unbelievable. Companies like Nike and Under Armour have really, I think, leveraged this and created all sorts of tryouts and auditions and equipment and training, all of which is, highly profitable for the companies, but really has nothing to do with the reality of the situation. ESPN clearly believes that there's a business model in telecasting high school sports. Is it good for the kids? Is it good for the high school kids who are put in the position of growing up perhaps in ways that they're not ready to grow up?